This is not our usual content, but I just finished watching Adolescence on Netflix and I think it is worth a watch and a discussion. I don't do show reviews, so there will likely be spoilers in this, and if you're not interested in seeing that and watching it first, please scroll away. Otherwise, jump in. But before we get started, I would like to send my most sincere praise to the director and the producer, every single person in the cast and crew, and Netflix for putting together this amazing cinematic journey. All of the episodes are filmed in one take with no cuts, and I can't even tell you what kind of feat that would be to get this created, but it's quite remarkable. Adolescence is a 4-part series on Netflix that follows a 13-year-old Jamie who has been accused of unaliving one of his classmates. The show is immediately set up for us to look at this baby-faced boy who wets his bed when he's arrested, seemingly without knowing why. It's all very chaotic, but eventually we end up in the police station where he swears to his father that he didn't do anything. In fact, he maintains over and over and over again that he's done nothing wrong. And after a little bit of him dodging questions, the police show a video which shows what he did to a young female classmate. As he sits in jail, the story moves along and an entire episode is dedicated to a session that he has with this female therapist. And this was the most difficult for me to watch because this boy shifts personalities 3 different times. He's nice and sweet, he's even a little bit flirty, and then he gets almost violent with her. He has no respect for women, and the only time he calms down is when a male officer is called into the room. And then the boy flips back to the poor me situation when he had just flipped a chair moments before. During this therapy session, we learned that this boy was called an incel by the girl that he unalived. How he didn't want to be laughed at or made fun of. And when the therapist provides Instagram receipts of the girl saying not nice things to him on the internet, he goes on to say she deserved it because she was a bitch, and that he didn't do anything wrong because she was a bitch. And just like the therapist, I was sickened by the end of the episode because I believe that most young men think this way, and that a vast majority of them do not even have a conscience. The police go to the school and we see a lot of the same behavior going on with the boys in the school, completely being disrespectful to the police, the teachers, and one of them even running away from the cops. They really hit the nail on the head with the entitlement of young boys. And the final episode is basically dedicated to the parents and trying to figure out how to pick up their lives and where they possibly went wrong with their son. We see the range of emotion from the father in this episode, from being a complete toxic man to crying into a pillow about the loss of his son. But the problem I'm having a little bit is the normalization of murdering a girl for laughing at him.